What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninjas Top 5 Filthiest Pitches of the Day. We're going to jump right in with my honorable mentions. First, we have Andrew Heaney, who actually struck out the first 6 hitters of this game yesterday. He had 6 scoreless innings with 9 Ks, giving up only 1 hit. Didn't have particularly filthy stuff, but he's deceptive. He never does, but he freaking struck out the side twice to open the game. Got to give him some honorable mention here. He would have been higher if his stuff wasn't so boring. Next, we have Will Vest for his Expelliarmus fastball and this slider. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day. At number 5, we have a tie between Sean Newcomb for this slurve that broke 23 inches. Had 8 Ks yesterday. Not a great line overall, but this pitch was great. And also, we have Danny Young for these sweepers against Bryce Harper. Just absolutely wiping him out.
And also, shout out to the Mets bats. Another walk-off. The amazing Mets ninja. They got Queens hype right.
Now, Will, you do realize this is my time, Will. I reclaim it.
Try your best, Ninja.
Lastly, we have Porter Hodge for this sweeper against Shohei. That's 2 days in a row for Porter Hodge, isn't it?
Absolutely is, Ninja.
He sounds like he should be like in Winnie the Pooh, like Christopher Robin and Porter Hodge. I don't know. It sounds like a kid's story name. At number 4, speaking of kids' stories, we have the baby-faced assassin, Reese Olson, for these absolutely disgusting changeups. He's got some of the best changeups in baseball. He had 7 Ks in 7 1/3 scoreless innings, giving up only 2 hits. I also did this overlay of his changeup and slider, and that is filthy. He faced Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart, huh? It was actually Kyle Hart. He had 6 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. At number 3, we have Fernando Cruz for these splitters. He does this all the time. I'm thinking of calling his splitters a torpedo. You know why, Will?
No.
Cruz splitter. The Lusitania U-boats started World War I, torpedoed the Lusitania. This is a history lesson for all y'all out there. Or is that too soon? At number 2, we have Mason Miller for this 102-mile-an-hour painted fastball. Holy crap. Like, screw that. What are you going to do with that? He also had this wicked slider and a 101-mile-an-hour fastball. The man is just an annihilator out there. And at number 1, Logan Webb for this home plate view of a 23-inch breaking sweeper. This is an absolute wiffleball. He had another wiffleball sweeper also in this at-bat that wasn't even able to be caught. He had 6 Ks and 6 1/3 scoreless innings. His ERA right now, 1.98, and he outdueled Freddie Peralta. But this shows you how hard it is to hit major league pitching. Now, on the Ninja Notes, Carlos Rodon had 8 Ks and 7 scoreless innings and was brilliant yesterday. He faced Luis Ortiz, who picked up a lot of Ks, 8, but gave up a lot of runs too. Trevor Williams had 5 Ks and 5 innings, giving up 1 run. He did have this check swing on Gunnar Henderson that was somehow called by home plate umpire C.B. Buckner here. Like, what the living hell is this?
What an asshole.
Brandon Hyde also didn't agree. Like, what are you doing here, CB?
CB stands for confused brother, okay?
Zach Wheeler wins 6 innings with 9 Ks, giving up 2 runs. I also did this comp between Zach Wheeler and Jacob deGrom from an overhead view, and I don't know if you can tell these guys apart. In maybe the most boring good pitching outing yesterday, Miles Michaelis faced off against Bryce Elder. Michaelis had 2 Ks and 6 scoreless innings. Bryce Elder, 2 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 run. I fell asleep in the middle of this game, but it was still good pitching. I like strikeouts, Will.
We know, Ninja.
Brady Singer had 8 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He faced Sandy Alcantara, who was kind of average. He had 4 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. Waiting for Sandy to break out. Emerson Hancock had 7 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Looked pretty good. And Ryan Gusto had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. I just wanted to say Gusto like the Gusto commercials. I don't know if you've seen it. Gusto!
Gusto! Taste the world!
Lastly, Nick Kurtz learned that Well, hitting a baseball is different in the major league, so apparently is catching fly balls. Because he absolutely butchered these 2 fly balls after getting called up. I'm sorry, Nick, for calling you out on this, but dude, it really doesn't change when you go to the major leagues. I mean, more fans looking at you, but dude.
Ninja, let's touch on some dongs. First, we're kicking off with Eli White for the game-winning jack in the bottom of the 8th for the Braves here. If you haven't heard of this guy, it makes sense because he hasn't done a ton in the majors yet, but good for him. It's got to feel awesome. Next, Ninja, I'm pointing out a non-dong here from Aaron Judge. Missed this by about an inch off the obscene wall at Progressive Field. But I point this would ultimately turn out to be a triple out because Judge had another 2 hits, and he is batting something absolutely egregious. I don't even know at this point. But the dong of the day actually furthers our artillery lesson because this cruise missile traveled so far that technically, Ninja, it might be an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile, and it had a nuclear payload, Ninja. 463 feet, 4th longest of the season. And that's your dong of the day.
Can we stop saying kick off dong of the day because
you don't want to get your dong kicked off. I get it.
I do not want my dong kicked off. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. It's Pete Alonso scoring here, so I thought I'd match him up with the famous scene from Forrest Gump.
Run!
Alonso!
Run!
Now, you wouldn't believe it if I told you.
But I can run like the wind blows.
My picks of the day today, I'm going to take Landon Roop for 5Ks or more, then take Garrett Crochet for 7Ks or more, and top it off with Jacob deGrom for 6Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?